Hi everyone, 28th of May, it's a Sunday, it's 7 minutes to 1 in the afternoon. Here's my next video blog, and what I just wanted to do is, anyone that's been keeping their eye on the charts have noticed that yesterday or the last couple of days we had a big massive correction, and something that we're all sort of waiting for. And I think a lot of people got caught out, and there would have been a lot of people who bought in at the high. That's life. It sort of happens, and we never know with these type of assets and these type of risks, what's going to happen with the market. But I think when you have an understanding, do a little bit of research, and if you look at history, there was no doubt that the bubble that has been created over the last month or so, a couple of months, was due to burst. There's no doubt. So we've had that, and we've seen a little bit of a recovery this morning, but again, I wouldn't get my hopes up. Sometimes you see a little recovery and then there'll be another downturn while people take their quick little profits of 20-30% bounce back. I think it's been about 15% across the board. So a lot of coins are recovering, and that's good. A bit of a relief for those who have been sweating it. There's always a bit of emotion. But I've got a couple of videos that I'm going to be doing. Today I just wanted to cover a website that I've come across, and it's another ICO. And look, you've got to look into it if you're interested. And I'm looking at covering and looking at all these cryptocurrencies and blockchains that are going to put the parts of the puzzle together, which means that it brings the whole network of blockchains together and allows for efficiencies, I suppose, in transactions and communication. And there's quite a few that are coming up, and I can think of EOS as being one of them, and I found SONM is another one that's got an ICO starting in about 18 days, as according to the website here. Now, I'm just going to expand this. Why not? So SONM, what I like about SONM is it's got a little video here. Well, I think it's there, but I'll press play in a little while. But what SONM's looking at doing is bringing a very efficient system together that's going to allow mining or the network of miners to load in or lock into a self-sufficient system to save on power, and using game servers and the network or the web of game servers around the world. Now, it's actually a very, very clever idea. There's no doubt there's a lot of gamers online a lot of the time, and if they can tap into that contagious and existing network, I think that you're going to find that it's going to be very successful. So on the website here, they've got a lot of language on the front page, which is always useful. You can see exactly what they're planning. Now, for the miners, I'm just going to read this out for you. So this is the SONM for miners, and this is what they're offering in regards to services. Number one, rewarded calculations for the real world. With cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin or Ethereum, miners face the threat that their equipment will be banned or algorithm changes to proof of stake. However, in our system, your power is used for efficient calculations and processing real tasks. You will stop burning your kilowatts and start serving calculations for the distributed World Wide Web. That is of interest. I was looking at getting some mining equipment, and I was looking at Ethereum, and they were talking about moving to POS at some stage, and I thought, oh, why would I go and risk buying the capital? I mean, Bitcoin's definitely an option, but Ethereum was something I also wanted to look at. So there's a little bit of, I think there's going to be some changes to technology, and some of these things will go obsolete, and we've just got to be careful what decisions we make. But there's a lot of people who are already mining and have been for years and years, and they run their life on it, so there's no doubt that this is going to be of interest to them. Now, number two, in regards to services for miners, Uber blockchain for smart devices. So essentially they're saying plug any smart device into a SONM, CPU, GPU, PlayStation, and even smartphone device computing are possible. So pretty much you can connect any device, including game consoles, into the SONM network, and away you go. You can start mining. This sounds, I think, very attractive, and I think it's going to do very well. But we'll have to see what type of marketing and what type of projections they've got. Number 3, profit maximization due to big data self-learning. So since SONM is based on a multi-agent system, every user of the system will be able to use its intelligent agents and smart contracts to maximize their profit. You can set up the automation level from the option of choosing every project manually to the one-button setting where the system will automatically choose the most profitable project and then work with it and direct payouts to your personal account in Ethereum. I like the sound of that. I'm a big believer in having diversified passive income. You can sit there and you can stack your gold and silver, and you can have your cloud mining. Some people are against that. I like the idea of this, and it sort of seems like a decentralized option for a lot of people, and you can actually control it and invest your own amount of energy into this system. So I'll probably most likely look at this. I'm going to do a little bit more reading, and I'd be interested to hear what other people have to say on this particular one. SONM for clients, this is the second section. Number 1, cost efficiency for businesses. So FOG, that's the name that they're calling it. Instead of the cloud, it's the FOG. Is cheaper than private and monopolized cloud, Amazon, Microsoft, Google Cloud, DigitalOcean, etc. Because of lower traffic expenses, no need for administration, building, staff and infrastructure. So they're essentially saying, because they're tapping into their own decentralized network around the world, tapping into all of these other little ecosystems, what's going to happen is they're going to save a lot of money. It makes sense. Number 2 is decentralized. There is no centralized authority regulating computer resource distribution. We offer clients tools for anonymity, such as proxy or TOR. Number 3, tokens, ecosystem. How do customers serve company service? Easy. Business offers discounts and promotions in tokens in exchange for computing power. So again, there's incentives for getting involved, and I think there's going to be multiple options here to generate passive income, and I can see this being very of interest, so I'm going to be doing it. Number 4, rapid data transfer using torrent protocol. We use torrent technology to distribute data from clients and hubs, so you do not waste time uploading your files onto a server. Number 5, easy to set up and manage. The SONM system always finds the best equipment for your tasks. It runs with no need for setup and dedicated server support. Sounds good. Their third section here is for app developers. So number 1, possibility to develop and distribute dApps. Develop your own distributed applications, sell it to the hubs and receive profits. So it's going to be a network where you can actually sell your apps, and I think that's going to be of interest to a lot of creative people out there. Number 2, decentralized AI is better than Swarm. Build and run your application without out-of-gas errors. Your application will return correct results with no need to run itself on every machine off the network, or of the network, as it is implemented on the Ethereum network. Number 3, widespread open source developers community. We use lots of time-tested open source technologies and protocols with a huge developer community. Cocaine, Bonic, or Buoyancy, BitTorrent, Ethereum, BitMessage. So yeah, look, there's lots to like about this particular application. I can see it working. Now here's the video. I've just pressed play. So
constant improvement, development, pushing the limits is significantly important for inherently transcendent human consciousness. IT and exponential growth of world's total computing power are the pinnacle of human consciousness evolution. Technology, bringing together all the computational resources of humanity, interacting under the management of artificial intelligence, can be our pathway to the next level of comprehensive perception of the world. We will be able to process mathematical calculations not previously thought possible, understand unseen laws and language of the universe, and open a new wonderful era of the mankind. Computing power is the fundamental factor of the technological progress nowadays. Internet, scientific calculations, space exploration, artificial intelligence, biomedicine, nanotechnology are worth the effort and pay off in a significant increase of the entire network performance, technological singularity. Today, computing cloud concept gives way to the new disruptive fog computing technology. Any computing device, from smartphone to supercomputers cluster, can be made a part of distributed worldwide computer managing Internet of Everything. We create SONM, the first functional decentralized supercomputing platform for general purpose tasks, representing blockchain-based network for distributed computations and global decentralized computing power market. SONM project gives any computing device owner the opportunity to get passive income, providing their computational resources for rent, and make the impact on the new technology's development at the same time. On the other hand, clients needing computing power will be able to significantly reduce their costs and get the most efficient solution on the market. Furthermore, SONM is the platform able to provide decentralized services in a heterogeneous computing environment, expected to be the cornerstone of computing and internet future, which will be dramatically boosted by machine learning and general-purpose artificial intelligence technologies. Our functional prototype is successfully processing scientific calculations in DrugDiscoveryAtHome.com project, which uses SONM power to model new biomedical drugs against diseases. Join SONM Open Alpha testing at sonm.io.
So that sounds very interesting. I think there's a lot that's got legs. That's how I see it. Something to keep your eye on. It's 18 days away. So that's all I wanted to share with you today. It's just another cryptocurrency blockchain. It sounds exciting. Passive income. Let me know what you think of this one, and if it's something that you think is valid, yeah, please let me know in the comments, either here in the YouTube or on my steemit.com at Sebastian Jago profile. I always like having a discussion and learning from you as much as I'm trying to help you guys with just sharing what I find. So that's all. Have a great day and tune